Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 8 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter expressions and properties, and the lessons we're going to cover today are evaluate absolute value expressions, evaluate radical expressions, evaluate rational expressions, and identify terms and coefficients. So let's just start with the first lesson. Here I am on grade 8 math. The chapter is expressions and properties. Let's just start with the lesson that is evaluate absolute value expressions. Here is the definition of the absolute values, right? So absolute values are positive or zero, right? That means they are always positive values. To find the absolute value of a negative number, switch the sign, right? Simply, if a number is negative, you just have to switch the sign of the number, right? To simplify with absolute value symbols, first simplify the quantity inside the absolute value symbols and take the absolute value. Then perform any other operations, right? Just look at the example. Evaluate the expression for b equals negative 1, and the expression is 6 minus the absolute value of b, right? Just replace the b with the value that is 6 minus absolute value of negative 1, right? So the absolute value of a negative number is always a positive number. So that is 6 minus 1, that equals 5. Got it? So the correct answer is 5. Absolute value means just a positive value. If a number is negative, the absolute value is positive. If it is already positive, it is the same, right? Okay, evaluate the expression for v equals negative 6. Let's just replace v with the value, right? 8 plus minus 6. Subtracting a negative integer is same as subtracting 8 minus 6, right? And 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 is already positive, so the value is 2. Got it? So the correct option is 2, right? Okay, evaluate the expression for u equals negative 10, right? So you have to evaluate this expression for u equals negative 10. So just replace the u with a value that is negative 10 minus 5. So 10 is negative. The absolute value is simply 10. And 10 minus 5 is 5. So the correct option is 5, right? Okay, evaluate the expression for n equals negative 3. So which is the correct option? Replace the n with the value, right? Negative 3 plus 2. So negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. And the absolute value of negative 1 is simply 1. Got it? So the correct option is 1. Evaluate the expression for y equals 1. So which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is yes, 1 minus 6 equals negative 5. So the correct option is negative 5. Evaluate the expression for y equals negative 1. So which is the correct option? Just replace the y with negative 1. So the absolute value of negative 1 is simply 1, right? Then you have to add 1 to 8. So 8 plus 1 is, which is the correct option? That is 9. The correct option is 9. Evaluate the expression for d equals negative 8, which is the correct option? Replace the d with a value that would be negative 8. So negative 10 plus 8, right? The correct option is, yes, it is negative 2. Got it? Evaluate the expression for r equals 8, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 8 minus 1, and the correct option is 7, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson, right? And the next lesson is evaluate radical expressions, right? Radical expressions are the one that have the radical sign, right? Radical signs mean this is the, sorry, this is the radical sign, right? The square root. So these are the one that the equations that involve the radical sign are the radical expressions, right? If f equals 0, what is the you have to evaluate square root 32 f, right? Simply replace f with a value, right? 0 means any number multiplied by 0 is 0. So 32 times 0 is 0, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. If j equals 3, what is square root 1 plus j? So simply replace the variable with the value. So the value of j is 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4 and square root 4 equals 2. So the correct option is 2, right? The correct option is 2. Okay, if f equals 0, what is square root 32f, which is the correct option? You have to replace f with 0. And any number multiplied by 0 is? Yes, it is 0. The correct option is 0. If v equals 32, what is square root 2v? Replace v with a value, right? V equals 32. So which is the correct option? Yes, 2 times 32 is 64 and square root 64 is 8. It is the correct option is 8. If m equals 13, what is 23 plus 13? Which is the correct option? Yes, 23 plus 13 is square root 36. And square root 36 is, if f equals 8, what is square root 2f? Which is the correct option? Yes, 8 times square root 16 equals 4. The correct option is 4 it is. Very good. Okay, if u equals 2, what is square the correct option? 2 plus 7 is, yes, it is square root 9, and square root 9 equals 3. The correct option is 3. Very good. Okay, if t equals 7, what is square root 7t, which is the correct option? Yes, 7 times 7 equals, yes, 7 it is. Okay, if y equals 9, what is square root 9y, which is the correct option? Yes, it is square root. 9 times 9 is 81, and the correct option is 9 it is, right? The correct option is 9. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay. Okay, the next one is evaluate rational expressions, right? So now we're going to evaluate the rational expressions. So what do you know about the rational expressions? Basically, we've learned the rational numbers, right? Rational numbers are the numbers that can be written in the form a by b, right? So rational expressions are the one that involve the rational numbers, right? Just start with the first example. Evaluate the expression for m equals 12. So expression is m over 4. So simply replace the m with the value that is 12. So 12 divided by 4 is the correct option is 3, right? 12 divided by 4 is 3. The correct option is 3. Let's just start with the test questions. Evaluate the expression for t equals 9. Simplify your answer. So which is the correct option? Expression is t over 9. Yes, it is. 9 over 9 equals 1. The correct option is 1. Okay, the next one is evaluate the expression for w equals 15. Simplify your answer. So, which is the correct option? Is the correct option is 1. Evaluate the expression for j equals 3 and k equals 6. So, which is the correct option? K is 6 and j is 3, right? So, they replace the variables with their values. So, the correct option is 6 over 3, and the answer is 2, right? The correct option is 2. Evaluate the expression for m equals 12. Simplify your answer. So, which is the correct option? Twelve divided by 4, the correct option is, yes, it is 3. Evaluate the expression for y equals 12. Simplify your answer. Y divided by 12. So, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 1. Very good. Evaluate the expression for r equals 9 and s equals 18. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that would be 18 over 9, and the correct option is 2. Evaluate the expression for y equals 18. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 18 over 6, and the correct option is 3, right? Evaluate the expression for v equals 7, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 1. Okay, evaluate the expression d equals 13. Simplify your answer. Evaluate the expression for d equals 13. Simplify your answer. So, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 1. Evaluate the expression for p equals 2, which is the correct option? Evaluate the expression for p equals 2 and q equals 6. So, which is the correct option? Yes, 6 over 2 equals 3. The correct is 3. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next one is, I think, coefficients and identify terms and coefficients. Yes, here it is, identify terms and coefficients. Okay, let me explain what are the terms and coefficients, right? For example, you have 2x plus 5, right? X is the variable. 2 is the coefficient of the variable x, right? So that means coefficient is the number that is written right next to a variable. And 5 is without any variable, so 5 is the constant. and together they make 2x plus 5 makes a term, right? So if the question is how many terms do you have, so you have two terms. This is one complete term and this is one complete term. Here you have in this expression, you have two terms, right? X is variable, 2 is the coefficient of variable x, 5 is the constant, and here in this expression you have two terms, right? Basically, terms are the ones that are separated by the operators, right? Let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, look at this, at the following expression. What is the coefficient of m? Which is the correct option? Coefficient is the number that is written right next to, right before the variable. So go see which variable is with m, which coefficient is with m. Just see here you have -5. So the correct option is -5. The coefficient of m is -5. Got it? Look at the following expression. What is the coefficient of v? Which is the correct option? Coefficient of v is 2. Look at the following expression. Which of the following are terms in the expression? The correct option is option number 1. You have 2s and you have three terms here. They all are terms, but 2s is the term in the question, and there you have three terms. 3s is not in the question, right? So that's why option number 1 is the correct option. Look at the following expression. What is the coefficient of d? Which is the correct option? Yes, it is 2. The coefficient of d is 2. Look at the following expression. What is the coefficient of q? Which is the correct option? The coefficient of q is -5. The correct option is -5, isn't it? Look at the following expressions. What is the coefficient of n? That is simply 1, right? If you do not have any number written before the variable, that means there you have 1, so it is 1. Look at the following expression, that is 2 minus j. What is the coefficient of j? that is -1. The coefficient of j is -1. Look at the following expression. What is the coefficient of v, which is the correct option? Yes, it is 5. Look at the following expression. How many terms are there? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 1. Look at the following expressions. How many terms are there? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 2 terms, right? Look at the following expression. How many terms are there? Only 1, right? Look at the following expression. What is the coefficient of h? That is simply 1. Look at the following expression. How many terms are there? Only 1 term, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 8 math. The chapter we're working on is expressions and properties. And the lessons we have covered today are ap- evaluate absolute value expressions, evaluate radical expressions, evaluate rational expressions, and identify terms and coefficients. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session, right? So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. So if you have any question related to the lessons we just finished, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.